114 would limit annual rent increases to 7%, but exempt new construction and certain landlords. It would also limit late fees. A ban on child marriages in Washington will soon become law. The state Senate has approved a bill to make 18 the minimum age for people to marry. Washington is one of 5 states that don't put any age limit on marriage. The bill now heads to Governor Inslee. For KCHW 102.7, I'm LaVonne Ellis.
Good morning. It's KCHW Morning Show. Sorry, I forgot to hit stop on that previous song here. We're running our new software, our new streaming software, and it looks like those of us on Facebook, it's kind of coming in and out. So I'm going to try to get that fixed a little bit while we're talking here. But it is Wednesday, and we're here with Sharon Ludwig, LaVonne Ellis, and myself, Chuck Ritchie. How you guys doing this morning?
Good.
Really
How
good.
are you?
Good. I'm tired. I stayed up way too late last night.
Oh, yeah, me too.
No, not again.
But I am running on adrenaline.
Fixing that washing machine again?
No, but no, just I got into a rabbit hole of rummaging around in the attic and trying to straighten up a little bit. And,
that's a bad thing to do.
and then I went into the teenager's room with a trash bag, and man, that was an experience. Yeah. Always fun. So yeah, did you guys have a good weekend? Or I guess it's not the weekend anymore; it's Wednesday. But you guys had a good week. You got anything exciting going on?
Well, yeah.
I'm sure there is.
Well, I know we had some snow last night, so let's go ahead and take a peek over at the weather here. It called for about up to an inch of snow. I think we had that at one point last night. It was getting soft and fluffy, and then woke up this morning and it was pretty much gone.
Yeah, and the wind is horrible out there.
Oh, that wind is atrocious this morning. I heard it rip the door right out of your hand as you were coming in today.
It did.
Wow.
Banged it against the wall.
Didn't smack your knuckle or anything, did it?
Nope.
Okay. I always hate that. All right, so taking a quick peek at our weather here. Today we're looking at a high of 32. I just readjusted my screen size there. There we go. High of 38 degrees today. It's going to be mostly sunny in the morning and then becoming cloud. Oh, that was yesterday's weather. What am I doing here?
That computer should know better.
Wake up.
I know, right? It's a new window I opened up. There we go. There it refreshed. Okay, so today we're looking at a high of 45 degrees. Unfortunately, no sun today.
Oh, but 45.
Yeah, hold on. Pardon me. So yeah, today we're looking at 45 degrees for the high, periods of rain, about 10 to 15 mile an hour winds. Gets us 100% chance of rain.
100%. Huh?
Yeah, coming from almost up to a quarter an inch of rain. That's fairly significant. 43 degrees for the low tonight, so it's going to be pretty consistent. It's going to stay right in that mid 40s.
That's pretty warm.
With half
for
an
overnight.
inch. Yeah. And a half an inch of rain overnight, so it's going to be a rainy one. Then rain continuing tomorrow with a high of 45, a low of 32. But then in the evening, it's going to turn into snow. So we're going to get some more snow on top of the rain.
See, and I have an appointment next week to have my snow tires removed.
You might want to hold off on that one, Sharon.
Either that or I just don't go anywhere. It'll be a good excuse to stay home, huh?
There you go. Oh, sorry, I got my snow tires off. I can't make it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then Friday, going to be cloudy again with more snow, diminishing in the morning. It'll be a little clear in the afternoon, maybe clearing up a little bit. Cloudy with more snow on Friday night after midnight. Wow. Then Saturday, rain and snow showers again. Looks like it's going to be snow showers in the morning mixed with rain, and then mostly cloudy skies with a few snow showers at night. Mostly cloudy again on Sunday with a high of 40, low of 25. Looks like a 24% chance of rain, but no snow in the forecast. Well, maybe a little bit in the evening, actually, it says right here. Then rain and snow mix again on Monday, 39, 41. 41 and 27 for Tuesday with, again, a rain of snow and a mix of rain and snow. Then
Okay, is it all going to be gone by next Thursday? Because that's when I have my snow tires removed.
well, Wednesday it's calling for some more snow showers in the morning.
Oh, darn.
Oh. Yeah,
And-
but weather forecasts are
Oh,
never
yeah.
accurate.
They're never right. But it's going to be in the 40s every day, so I really doubt it's gonna stick around.
Okay.
Although it really would be nice for the for the snow for the fire season if we got a big dump of snow late in the year, because we haven't had.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, especially up high
Yeah.
in the mountains and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and with this right now the way it's been, if we get like 2 or 3 days of no rain, boom, it's dry.
Oh, yeah.
And that we need that slow melting snow. So yeah, let's go at school lunches here. School breakfast and lunch for our breakfast menu. We have, what day is today? Today's the 28th. Cheese omelet with a variety of cereal with fresh fruit and your choice of milk with breakfast and fruit juice. Then for lunch, we have chicken nuggets, mashed potatoes, whole wheat bread, green beans, fresh fruit, fresh veggies, fruit, and your choice of milk. It always says fresh fruit and fruit. I wonder what the difference is. It must be dried fruit, I guess.
Yeah, or else canned, do you think?
Oh, that's probably true too.
I don't
Or
know.
it's so nice they had to say it twice, right?
Yeah.
All right. So moving on here, let's go ahead and move over to our bits and breaks here.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. So I'll go ahead and get going while you guys are moving over there. So January's tradition. These are 4 things you didn't know yesterday. 4 things you didn't know yesterday.
Okay.
So this one actually kind of makes sense. It's January, or yeah, it's not January anymore. But January's kind of a month that you didn't. It's the holidays. You don't feel like cooking. January is traditionally the highest sales month for frozen pizza.
I haven't bought a
Oh.
frozen pizza in so many years. We just make it from scratch
Wow.
at our house.
Well, you should
Oh,
come to my house
fine.
then, because we do the frozen stuff. Not-
Well, I have a
I just
grand.
had some a couple days ago. It was the cauliflower crust, which is
Ooh.
really good,
Huh.
surprisingly good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like a good cauliflower crust pizza.
Yeah, and I have a grandson who every once in a while will have his mother call. He doesn't call, but his mother calls and says, "Can you make pizza tonight?" "Oh, sure." And they come over. So I always keep supplies in the freezer to be able to make pizza.
Yeah,
If-
I don't think I've ever had homemade pizza.
Oh,
We've
You gonna invite me over?
yeah,
sure.
right. I don't know. We've done it before, but at our house, it's generally it's from the freezer or from the delivery.
Oh,
So occasionally we'll get out of the PJs and go pick some up, but yeah. So in Missouri, Texas, Arizona, and Arkansas, the judges cannot legally finalize a divorce if a woman is pregnant.
that's interesting.
Wow,
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
that's bizarre.
Well, I don't know. It makes the dad be responsible, don't you think? Because then the baby's born, and then the divorce, and then he's responsible for that live child.
That's true. But my first thought goes to like an abusive relationship.
He's
and
responsible
they wouldn't-
anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. That seems.
Well, maybe they have weird laws.
Well, I mean, it's Missouri, Texas, Arizona, and Arkansas. So
Okay.
you want to talk about a place with places with backwards laws. Actually, I knew this
Be
next
nice.
one. I know. I knew this next one. The state flag of Alaska was designed by a 13-year-old boy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was
Really?
it was from a contest, I believe.
Huh.
Because when was
I love
Alaska?
it.
I think Alaska was adopted sometime in the 1950s.
I
So
think so.
yeah, they
Yeah.
So that kid is about our age, Sharon.
yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
You could have designed a state flag when you were a kid.
Well, it depends on
I
how
coulda.
early in the 50s, because I was born in 48, and so I
Yeah.
wouldn't have been very old in the early 50s.
Not 13 yet.
No.
And this one, UPS delivers approximately 27 million packages per day worldwide.
And it's amazing they don't get more mixed up. Have you ever
Oh, I
had a
know.
mixed up? Once in a while, I've had something that, well, no, not UPS. It's been the standard U.S. mail
Yeah.
that they've mixed up and put in the wrong box. But I'm just surprised that everything gets where it's supposed to be.
The
It's
major ones,
amazing,
the
isn't it?
UPS and FedEx, man, they just they're like a
Yeah.
well-oiled machine.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like they know what they're doing.
Oh, isn't that strange?
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
When I first came here, I got a package pretty soon after I got here, and the driver welcomed me to the neighborhood. I
Nice.
thought that was so
Nice.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, I cannot remember his name, but our UPS driver has been the same guy, I think, pretty much since we've lived here. Great guy.
Maybe that was him. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's it's really awkward because he always knows my name and I never remember his.
Well,
But he
your
Well,
name
sees
is
because
written
he sees
down.
your name on
he
the
sees
package.
my name on the packages.
Yeah.
But the name on the package isn't the name I go by.
Oh.
Of course, it's Charles, which
Oh.
Chuck is a nickname for Charles. I guess you hear that once and you
Yeah.
kind of get it.
Yeah.
So Sharon, tell us all about the exciting world of naval lint.
Oh, this is just so exciting. We know a lot about the planet on which we live, from the tiniest of sea creatures to the largest of volcanoes and everything in between, including naval lint. A chemist in Austria discovered a type of body hair that traps stray pieces of lint and draws them into the navel. He made his discovery after studying 503 pieces of lint from his own belly button. How boring. Chemical analysis revealed the pieces of lint were not made up of only cotton from clothing. Wrapped up in the lint were also flecks of
Oh,
dead
thanks.
skin, fat, sweat, and dust.
Oh, just what I want to know.
Wow.
Do
Yeah.
I keep reading, or does somebody else
No,
get
go
a
ahead.
turn?
Go ahead, Sharon. Go ahead.
Oh,
keep us
great.
going.
You're doing so well.
You are.
Thank you. Scaly structure of the hair enhances the abrasion of minuscule fibers from the shirt and directs the lint toward the belly button. The hair's scales act like a kind of barbed hooks. Oh, you have barbed wire in your belly button. Oh, well, it didn't say, but anyway. Abdominal hair often seems to grow in
Concentric.
Yes, thank you. Circles around the navel.
You're welcome.
And contrary to expectations, navel lint appears to migrate upward from underwear rather than downwards from shirt or tops. The migration process is the result of the friction drag of body hair on underwear, which drags stray fibers up into the navel. I think
Oh,
this is more than
thanks.
we ever wanted to know.
But yet I'm fascinated,
Oh,
Sharon.
okay.
I am too.
Women experience less navel lint because of their finer and shorter body hairs. Conversely, older men experience it more because of their coarser and more numerous hairs.
Wow.
Navel lint's
Okay.
characteristic blue-gray tint is likely the averaging of the colors of fiber present in clothing, the same color as clothes dryer lint. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. I thought it was just dryer lint that got trapped in there.
Yeah. The existence of navel lint is entirely harmless and requires no corrective action.
Except cleaning out your belly button once in a while.
I guess so. Yeah, how funny.
Just to be more, attractive,
'Cause-
I guess.
I guess.
Because we need to know more information about our belly button lint.
Exactly.
Wow. Wow. I need a moment to recover from that one, I think.
I think so. My goodness.
Such a fun topic early in the morning.
So should I take the next
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, go ahead, LaVonne.
Okay. The worst thing you've seen at a wedding. What the internet shared: outdoor summer wedding in Texas. The groom's 90-year-old grandmother died during the reception.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, so they got to have two reunions in a row because a wedding is a reunion and a funeral's a reunion.
Yeah, at least they're already there in town for the
There you go.
wedding.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's sad.
Wow.
Then in this wedding, the pastor went through and updated the bride's name in her script, but didn't accurately change the script for the groom. Sometimes he was John, others Matt, and occasionally Mike. What in the same ceremony?
So
apparently.
Joe over here is getting married, and
Goodness sakes.
In this wedding, the bride gently fed wedding cake to her new husband. The groom shoved cake at his new bride's face so hard that it broke one of her teeth. He kept pushing her until she tripped and fell over backwards. She broke her wrist. When she tried to stop the fall, there was blood dripping from her mouth.
Oh, I think I'd get an annulment
the
right
wedding.
away.
Yeah, I think
This
that's
does not bode well.
I think that's a red flag.
It is, absolutely.
I don't know. I guess it can be fun, but the shoving the cake in the mouth thing. So, I don't.
I don't like
I don't
it.
like it.
We didn't do it at ours. We didn't
Yeah.
want to do it.
Yeah.
It's we took
It
a bite
was
of our own
not
cake
a
gently.
tradition
Yeah.
when I got married. It wasn't the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of a newish thing, at least. Okay, during the best man's speech, he proposed to the maid of honor.
Aw.
But totally stole the night from the bride and groom. I don't think that's a bad thing.
Oh,
And now the
it's-
best man and maid of honor are in the process of
Oh,
divorcing.
no.
Whoops.
Whoa.
I was gonna say, well, that's kind of a sweet story, but
The ending.
maybe
kinda
at the
ruined
time,
it.
at the time, it was sweet. I guess.
Oh.
Wow.
This person went to a wedding and they ran out of food for the last 2 tables. They had to order pizza delivery and the bride's family didn't offer to pay. Oh,
Oh man.
man.
Oh, that's that. Actually, at the wedding, and you have to buy your own pizza. That does kind of suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, for the bouquet toss, a middle-aged guy forced his middle-aged girlfriend onto the floor, then stood by her so she couldn't leave. The bouquet was caught by an excited little girl. The guy proceeded to yank the bouquet out of her hands and give it to his middle-aged girlfriend, and then ran off the floor cheering loudly to high-five one of his buddies. Ew.
I think that's a red flag also.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Meanwhile, I don't think the girlfriend was into this.
No.
Well, at least she got to know before she said yes.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that would have been so exciting and such a cool thing for the little girl to have caught it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and then he ruined it. Kind of like Kanye West and Taylor Swift. Remember
Right?
that?
Jumping on the mic for a second.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
one time when I was a kid, I think I was probably like, I barely remember it, but maybe 8 or 9 years old. I was at a wedding, and it was a bouquet toss, and I was standing off to the side, and I ran in front of everybody, and I grabbed it. Everyone was so mad at me.
I'll bet. Okay, the last one. Instead of playing music, they used one of their aunts to sing. She was not a good singer.
Oh dear.
Bummer.
Like bad karaoke for your wedding music. Oh, that would just be the worst. Man. I guess I can think of worse things that would happen at the wedding, but that wouldn't be too.
There are plenty of bad things that happen at weddings.
Yeah, that's true.
And good things, I guess. Yeah.
That's true. So let's take a look at current events. We have a special guest coming today at 8 after the break. Joe Wilczynski. He's going to be coming in to talk about his auditions for his play coming up.
Nice.
And I know Sharon, you know a little bit about that, but maybe we'll hold off.
Sure.
No teasers until Joe gets here. He can tell us about it. But everybody knows Joe. We know him. We love him. He's our favorite goofball. He's probably listening and just heard me call him a goofball on the air, but I'm sure he would agree, right?
Yeah.
I know. So what do we got going on right now, Sharon? And really quick, while she gets that up and going, anybody watching us on Facebook, I apologize. We had still trying to get the kinks worked out. Some new streaming software we're using. I had it going twice accidentally, and I had to shut one off, and it shut us down, and now we're back up and running. So.
Well, my list must be on the printer at home, but I have flyers that'll help me. I just won't know some of the regular stuff.
There we go. Well, I have those in the calendar right here.
Yeah. All right. Today is Wednesday, and
is.
we have the ordinary things. Pickleball,
Yep.
sit and knit, some kind of something at Fired Up Pizza, I think.
Yeah.
Is it bingo?
Well, yeah. So today at 10:30 to 11:30 at the library, we have story time.
Okay.
And then tomorrow at 9 a.m. at the old middle school gym is soft pickleball. That's where they take it easy on you. Then we have tech help at the library tomorrow from 3 to 4 p.m. And then, I clicked on something here. Okay, there we go. Then I got something blocking my way. Then the food bank on Wednesday mornings open from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Then line dancing at the senior center.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
had that on my list.
Oh, you did?
That's at the printer. Oh,
That
yeah.
is that's what is that? That's Thursday from 2:30 to 4:30.
Yeah.
Did I?
Okay, so
Oh, I
another
have
thing.
yesterday's calendar up. Everything opened up in yesterday's stuff. That is bizarre. So I'm looking at the stuff that
Well,
hasn't
that's
happened
because
yet.
you weren't here, and it was Scott and his sister.
Maybe. Well, no,
It's-
I just opened all this stuff up like 10 minutes ago.
Aha.
But yeah, so we have so today we have soft pickleball at 9 a.m. That's not tomorrow. Then from 11 to 2 is a month, or no, that's not happening anymore. Then 3 to 4 p.m. tech help at the Chihuahua Library. That is today, not
Okay.
tomorrow.
And another thing that I had for today is Family Search, which is a worldwide organization online to help you find your ancestors. That and Ancestry.com work together. Anyway, they're having a big conference for tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, at a Salt Lake. You have to pay if you go to Salt Lake. But if you want to do it online, there's over 300 classes that you can take in helping you do genealogical research and finding out about your family. Today, you'd need to register today at Roots Tech. So you just would Google that and it'll take you to there. Roots, spelled R-O-O-T-S, Tech, T-E-C-H.
Okay.
And you can sign up, and I signed up, and I'm going to take some of the online classes. They'll be available not just this 3 days. You'll be able to link into them. There's lots of different people that are speaking. What's her name? Chenoweth?
Kristen Chenoweth?
Yeah, she's one of their speakers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one I recognized just in a quick hurry last night when I was looking at it.
Yeah.
And a couple years ago, I went in person, and the class I enjoyed the most, besides going with my sisters, which was fun, but was a class on detective work on photographs
Oh, okay.
and how you can identify and find out history and things from photographs. It was just fascinating.
Yeah.
But there's all kinds of classes from beginners to advanced people who want to learn more about their ancestors. And it's free online.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing to do this weekend if you don't have anything else to do, which I'm sure you do.
Well, I know I've talked about it before, I think on the show. But my mom was huge into genealogy. It's been it's been a thing in our house. She has a whole entire room upstairs that the walls are lined with shelves that contain notebooks, 3-ring binders of all the family history. She has everybody in every possible faction of our family down. Last I checked, she was down about the 1400s.
Yeah.
About as far as she can go. And anytime anybody in the family gets married, she has a whole new project to take on.
Oh,
So
how fun. Yeah.
yeah, so she'll go
It's-
and track everybody.
Yeah, it's one of the world's biggest hobbies
Yeah.
is doing that. And you have lots of commercials on TV about Ancestry.com and finding
Yeah.
out where you came from. And then there's programs on researching your ancestors. So anyway, I just thought I'd bring that up because that's kind of a fun thing for people to do.
That is cool. Spent many a day getting picked up from school and going to the Mormon church to go back in the genealogy room of the church.
Back when
yeah.
they used to do the microfiche and
Yeah.
everything, and you'd be scanning everything. Yeah.
My mom would put me to work. Go find this one. Go. I got pretty good at it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's all in your home now. You don't have to go anywhere else. You don't have to go to a genealogy library, although they do have one in Colville for people who want to
Yeah.
get more help.
They kind of take the mystery away of it. Though. Now you just click a couple buttons and it just boop boop pops up and populates
Oh, yeah.
your tree.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I thought that would be interesting for our guests out there. And I don't know what else I have for next week, but I'm going to tell you some of these things I have on my little flyers that
Okay.
I have here.
Okay.
For one thing, if you want to start spring quarter at Spokane Community College, it starts March 5th. There's
Wow.
Yeah, there's an ad here for the medical lab technician and a business and office professionals, and there are other classes too. But some of the classes are online, and some of the classes are in person, and they have in person like satellite places. You know, what do you call those? Anyway.
Satellite campuses.
Yes, that's the word.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's so fun that you can get an education and you can just be right here in the Colville area. That's in Colville.
Yeah.
You know, that's not very far. You don't have to travel to WSU or somewhere, although you can if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. March 9th, which is in another week, up at 49 degrees north at their Boomtown bar. 2 stones, 1 bird, with a special guest, the Brats. And that's from 12 to 4.
Okay.
I think that's entertainment. It's got pictures of a guitar and a banjo.
Well, the Brats. That's the McQueen family. It's
Right.
Yeah, it's Craig and Sally and Doug.
But who's 2 stones and 1 bird?
I
Is that
don't-
part of them?
I think that's a different band. I think they're two. I think
Oh.
they're 2 different bands.
Oh,
Yeah.
how fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very cool.
Also, some of this stuff is out of Chihuahua. And I just thought it was interesting
Yeah.
that we've got different things happening. March 8th and 9th, which is next week again. Sometimes you need to know ahead of time to plan your schedule. But the Colville Ag and Trade Center is having their yearly Nature's Artistry Gem and Mineral Show. And it's the 23rd annual. And if you've not ever been to that, that is kind of fun to go and see fossils and jewelry and what people do with gems and minerals. And it's right there in Colville. You know?
Cool.
Yeah, it's a nice. And I thought it was interesting that the Creative District has been advertising some things for the Newport Creative District. Whoops.
Yeah, look closer to the mic there.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay, maybe I should just move my chair over.
There you go. There you go.
There we go. Okay. Our Creative District has got some things on Facebook about the Newport Creative District. Yeah, they're having a Shamrock Shindig art exhibit, and they're looking for all mediums of artists, and it will be March 17th from 3 to 5 at the Double Barrel. It says that's a craft kitchen and tap house in Newport.
Yeah. Yeah, I've
So
been there.
it's fun to support other creatives.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. We're getting a partnership going, sort of a regional partnership to sort of define our areas and work together and make this sort of the creative corridor of Eastern Washington.
Yeah.
And we're actually working together with the state of Washington and Tractor Beam, which is a new startup consultant company that's run by somebody I know. So we're working together with the state to sort of work together and create sort of a cohesive plan for the area. And that's going to be I guess a beta program, I guess, or a test program to see if they want to replicate that throughout the rest of the state.
Oh,
Yeah.
We are first in so many
We
things.
are.
Yeah.
We are, and it's us and Newport and Ione.
Wow.
And Ione now is they've put in their application to have their own creative district, and they're hopefully going to get approved shortly.
Oh, and if you've not been to Ione, it's awfully small, but it's just a fun place to visit.
It
and
is.
it's near Medaline Falls, and it's just up there
And
in the woods.
they are out there, and there's not very many people there, but they are hitting the ground running with this creative district thing. They have a couple of programs that I can't think of off the top of my head that they're going to start with.
And it's on your printer at your house.
Right, that are really cool.
Yeah.
And go Ione.
Yep. And Newport's also having an Earth Day art walk coming up April 20th, but the deadline for applying is March 31st. And
Yes.
all mediums are available and welcome on that one too. So, and you would just get on, and I would think you'd just do Newport, Washington Creative District.
Yeah. I would
Yeah, it
imagine you
says
could-
Newport Creative District at Gmail.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So, and one that I told you last week is that the Arts Guild has got a senior scholarship for anybody going into the arts or art-related degrees, and it's $1,000.
Wow.
Yeah, the deadline is April 19th, so I'm going to keep bugging people because somebody's going to say to their child or their grandchild, hey, have you heard about that scholarship you can apply for? And I know they like to help young people, and especially artists.
That is cool.
Yeah.
And so the money from that goes to pay for schooling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 Very cool.
Yeah. I had cutting the tamarind, but we will wait for that for Joe.
And how do they apply for that scholarship?
Oh, yeah. Well, let's find out. Okay. You go to ChihuahuaArtsGuild.org or
Or
You can go to the Chewelah Public Library,
okay,
and you can get your application there.
very cool.
Yeah, and you have till April 19th for, that's the deadline, 4 p.m., April 19th. So it sounds like a long ways away. But you know how
It's-
fast January and February went?
Like
Yeah.
that.
Like that.
Like it was nothing. I
Yeah.
can't believe that tomorrow's the last day of February
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's
Leap
February
year.
already.
Yeah.
It's leap
I know.
day.
Yeah. When my kids were seniors, we would meet on Sunday afternoons, just that kid and I, and we'd go through what they were doing, and I'd give them assignments, or they'd tell me what they were doing, and for applications for scholarships and all kinds of things, because I knew how fast it could go. you
Yeah.
know. And
So-
yeah.
So for all the 40-year-olds out there with a birthday tomorrow, happy 10th birthday.
Oh.
Right.
Let's see. We have the vendors are still wanted for the Recycled Arts Fest. Oh, that S looked like an and. Maybe it is Art and Fest. No, it's Arts Fest. The Creative District is putting on.
Yeah, that's a combination of the Creative District and the Arts Guild are both putting that show on together.
Yeah, yeah. And that looks like so much fun because, like, they're going to have the costumes from your,
Yes,
the
the Trash Parade Ball.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
on
those-
display, and those were just the pictures did nothing compared to in person. They were just amazing costumes.
And I think before that show, we should have someone from the Creative District and the Arts Guild because it's kind of a fun. We're doing a lot of work together now. We're going
Uh-huh.
to start really focusing on building the partnership, and I'd like to have someone from each on at the same time. I think that'd be really great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be in conjunction with the First Thursday Art Walk, which is it's a good thing. Okay, let's see what else we have. Coming up March 23rd, which isn't that far away, is the Home and Garden Show that the Chamber puts on. And you can contact chewelah.org. You can visit there, or you can call the Chamber office, 935-8595. I understand that the booths are filling up fast. So if you want to be part of the Spring Home and Garden Show, that is a good thing to be part of.
Yeah.
And if you want to know what's available in Chewelah as far as home and garden type things, that's where you go. I've talked to, well, I think Mike Bentz said that when they first moved here, that's where they went and were able to find people that they could work with on their house and things they needed. So.
I know there have been a couple times when I tried to find somebody to do work on my house, and they're like, "Sorry, we were booked up at the Home and Garden Show."
Oh, yeah. So,
And for the year. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of times if you don't get to that annual Home and Garden Show and you need work done later on in the year,
Yeah.
they're going to be busy because a lot of these contractors and stuff, they book up solid just during the Home and Garden Show. So
yeah. So that's pretty much it. I'm sure there were other things that I didn't have flyers for. Spring sports started this week, which that's why we expected snow, because the baseball players have to
Right?
be out in that slush.
oh man, I remember a lot. Playing football in high school, we played a lot in the snow and slush, but that was in the fall.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And the snow and slush in the fall isn't near as gross as it is in the spring.
Yeah, yeah.
Are they going to have
That
to
season.
with bad weather? Are they going to have to postpone the start of baseball season, or are they just going to do it anyway?
No, you can expect that lots of games will be postponed.
Yeah.
And if it's too awful to practice outside, then they practice in the gyms. We have gyms. But my son-in-law is the baseball coach, and he grew up on the coast, and he says, we never didn't play a game for rain. It was
Yeah.
never canceled. So his
Yeah.
philosophy is you play no matter what.
Yeah. Wow. All right. So, you got anything else for us?
I don't think, I'm sure I probably did, but,
Well, I'm gonna get back to the main calendar then.
Okay, good.
So tonight is that bingo at Fired Up Pizza. That is
Right.
tonight from 6 to 7 p.m. Then we have that again. That was I messed up a little bit because I was a day off on my calendar here. But tomorrow that food bank is open from 10 to 2 p.m.
Good.
Then line dancing tomorrow at the
Yeah.
senior center.
And that's in the afternoon, so you don't have to be a night owl to go.
Right.
Yeah.
That's at the, or you can be a night owl and still go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's 2:30 to 4:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. And you know, we had during Winterfest, we pulled the line dancers out on the street,
And that was fun to see.
That was a lot of
Yeah.
fun. They even
Yeah.
got me out there dancing. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Then, but we got Joe out there mysteriously looking at a computer in the newsroom. With the look on his face. Go ahead. Then Friday morning from 7 to 8 a.m. is the Tweetlet Chamber of Commerce meeting. That's at the casino. Then adult pickleball is back at the old middle school gym from 9 to 11:30. And then we've got a bunch of stuff happening up at the ski hill on Thursday and Friday.
Oh, that's on my list.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot it. Yeah.
And then I'm trying to open. There's more stuff that doesn't even fit on here. So 509's Finest Karaoke is at Fired Up Pizza from 6 to 9 on this. That would be the second. I don't have here what day of the week that is.
Okay, let's go
It's
back to the ski hill
Saturday.
for,
Saturday, thank you.
for a minute. Is Toyota Day.
Oh, okay.
So if you drive and show up in a Toyota, you get to ski free, I believe.
I have a Prius.
So you borrow your friend's Toyota if you're a skier.
I don't. If the weather's gonna be bad, I don't think I want to drive up to the ski hill in my Prius.
Okay. Well, that's what Toyota Day is.
It does surprisingly good in the snow, though.
Yeah.
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 Huh. That's cool.
Yeah.
And then you know the calendar because the end of the month it cuts off. It cuts off on Saturday, so we don't have anything for Sunday.
Ah.
But I probably could go to the next day, but that takes too much time. So I was gonna do some trivia here before I went to the break, but I'm gonna hold off because I want Joe to get in on this trivia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, we might even put that off till the end of the show, or at least till Joe's done with his interview talking about his thing. But it's always a fun thing having Joe here.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and take our break a little bit early. We'll thank our sponsors and we'll get set up for Joe here. And we'll be right back after this little break. Do you guys have anything you want to say before the break?
No. I
No?
just want people to comment and tell us that they're watching
Yes.
us on Facebook. We have Gino watching, and we want to know if there's other people watching.
Oh, great. How's Gino? I see he's still writing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to someone a couple days ago, and they had no idea that what he'd had the last year, the problems, because she said, but I see his articles in the paper every week, so many
Right?
of them. And I said, yeah, he's writing from a hospital bed.
So is he still is he? Someone was telling me the other day he was back home, but
He was home for a few weeks at Christmas time,
Okay.
and then his infection went up, so he had to go back
oh,
in.
okay. Well, Gino, we all hope you're feeling better. So.
Yeah.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and, like I said, get to our break. And thank you so much for listening to KCHW. We will be right back.
All right.
From Feature Story News in London, I'm Simon Gaitan. The widow of Russian opposition figure Alexei Navalny has said Russian President Vladimir Putin killed her husband in a speech at the European Parliament. Navalny died on the 16th of February in an Arctic penal colony where he was serving a 19-year prison sentence. Yulia Navalnaya received a standing ovation from MEPs in Brussels, where she called on politicians to do more than sanctions if they wanted to defeat Putin. Navalnaya vowed to continue her husband's fight for a free Russia. The president of the Democratic Republic of Congo, Felix Tshisekedi, has agreed to meet his Rwandan counterpart Paul Kagame to discuss ways of resolving the ongoing conflict in the east of his country. Chris Okamrinja has more from Kinshasa.
An escalation of fighting between government forces and the M23 rebels in the east of the Democratic Republic of Congo has led regional leaders to try and mediate a ceasefire. The African Union recently tasked the president of Angola to broker peace between the DRC and Rwanda. Both countries accuse each other of sponsoring rebels in eastern DRC that seek to destabilize their nations. The fighting in eastern DRC has claimed hundreds of lives and displaced more than 1 million people since 2021, and it's threatening to widen into a regional conflict. Chris Ochamringa, Kinshasa.
France is on the verge of enshrining abortion rights into the country's constitution. Lawmakers in the lower house passed the historic bill last month, which now heads to the French Senate for its final legislative hurdle. Tony Waterman reports.
The bill overwhelmingly passed the National Assembly in January, but its fate in the Senate, which is majority conservative, is less certain. Other lawmakers have argued that the bill is completely unnecessary because abortion is not under threat in France, where women have had the right since 1975. The issue, though, took on new urgency after the U.S. Supreme Court overturned abortion rights in 2022, reversing 50 years of precedent. Tony Waterman, Paris.
The Indian Armed Forces have been deployed in the country's northeastern state of Manipur after another incident of violence erupted in the region. Shiroshi Mukherjee reports.
The Manipur police say a major gunfight took place outside a senior officer's residence on Tuesday, following which the police officer was allegedly abducted by the mob. The Manipur police in a statement later updated that the officer was rescued by security forces in the state and his condition is stable. The situation in Manipur has remained tense for more than 9 months when deadly clashes erupted between members of the Hindu-majority Meitei group and the indigenous Christian community known as Kuki-Zo. Over 200 people have died in the violence and tens of thousands have been displaced. Shreyoshi Mukherjee, New Delhi.
From bureaus worldwide, this is FSN.
With FSN Spotlight, I'm Simon Marks. Today, Mary Poppins, the classic 1964 film starring Julie Andrews and Dick Van Dyke, has been reclassified by Britain's Board of Film Classification. Instead of having a U certificate for universal showing, it suddenly has a PG rating, suggesting parental guidance is required before it's shown to youngsters. Why? Entertainment reporter Charlie Girling explains.
It used a colonial term in it, which I'm not going to repeat just in case it offends anybody, but it was a derogatory word that was sort of historically used by white European settlers, I think specifically Dutch settlers, to refer to a South African people called the Khoikhoi. This is used a couple of times in it, once when he asks one of the children if they're going on an adventure to defeat these people, and then later the Admiral, he sees some chimney sweeps with their faces covered in soot, and he says, "Oh, we're being attacked by," and then he uses this word again, and then he launches fireworks at them. So this is another example of something that would not have been considered remotely offensive at the time. When it was created, this word wasn't offensive, or this sort of depiction of people wasn't offensive. Obviously, now that's changed. This has now gone from universal, which means suitable for all, to parental guidance, which means maybe it's the kind of thing that if you're watching with your children, you might want to explain to them that that's something that perhaps is a word we wouldn't use now.
And so Mary Poppins can serve as a learning experience for a new generation of youngsters. With FSN Spotlight, I'm Simon Marks.
To recap the top stories, the widow of Russian opposition figure Alexei Navalny has said President Vladimir Putin killed her husband in a speech at the European Parliament. The Indian Army has been deployed in Manipur state after further violence erupted in the region. The president of the Democratic Republic of Congo has agreed to meet his Rwandan counterpart for talks over the ongoing conflict in the east of his country. And France is on the verge of enshrining abortion rights into the country's constitution. That's the latest feature story news. Simon Gaitan reporting.
It's 8:03.
You're listening to Northern Lights Public Radio on 102.7 KCHW. Chewelah, Colville, Kettle Falls.
It's 8:03.
Your KCHW Morning Show, made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chihuahua. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chihuahua Flooring.
Chihuahua Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chihuahua Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at chihuahuaflooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at chihuahuaflooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
Good morning. Welcome back to the KCHW Morning Show. We are back for the second half of the show. We have joining us a very special guest. Everybody knows him. This is Joe Wozinski here to tell us about his play he's got going on.
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning,
for
Joe.
That special guest. I thought didn't know it was me.
You're our super special guest, Joe.
All right, awesome.
Joe is super special. So, Joe, you're here. You got something going on next month over at the theater that you're going to come tell us about.
Actually, isn't this the first? No, this is not the first yet. Yeah. Yes. Is
it? It's not. It's not the. Stop it, Joe.
It's close. Oh wait, yeah, we got a leap year coming.
We're still in February for a couple more days. Today and tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, Cutting the Tamarind. It's a play I wrote a couple years ago. The auditions are the 4th and 5th of March at the Chihuahua Center for the Arts, 6 p.m. So I'm inviting everybody. Everybody, you guys hear that? Everybody has the invitation to come. So if I don't see you there and I run into you later, I'm going to ask, why were you not at the audition? You better have a good excuse, including a note from your doctor.
Uh-oh.
That's true. A doctor's note. So does that need to be?
I could not attend the auditions because I was dying or something.
Does it need to be signed in triplicate?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
With every color form.
Yes. Oh, of course.
Like the Vogons. Yeah. So what are you looking for? What tell us about the play. Tell us.
God, I knew you guys would ask questions.
All kinds of questions.
I'm gonna have to answer questions. Okay. Like I said, I wrote it a couple of years ago. This would be the second play that I wrote, and
a little closer to the mic there. There we go.
Sorry. It would be the second play that I wrote and directed. Sharon was in the first one I wrote and directed, and it's. Everybody keeps on asking me what it's about, and it's just like it's about people. Okay,
a little closer.
Still a little.
Yeah. You got to get right up on that mic.
How's that? Is that good?
That's good.
Right. Outstanding. Okay. Anyway, good thing I put mouthwash in.
Right.
So I don't want to offend everybody out there. Anyway, we have a middle-aged couple who they're getting ready to retire, and they're trying to figure out what to do with their life. One of their fathers is there, and he's got dementia, and they have a son who's visiting, and he's from college, and they have a, the kind of, not, I don't want to say the wacky neighbors, but the neighbors who come in and involved in everything. They have a daughter who's in the Army, and she's kind of been estranged from the family, and she's coming after, visiting back after 18 months, and it's kind of all in the shadow of a son who was killed when he was young killed by a drunk driver. And it's just kind of a week in their life. So it's kind of I don't want to say a drama, but it's also not, it's not a full-blown comedy.
So it's a dramedy.
Dramedy, yeah, I guess.
A dramedy.
Yeah. I mean, life sometimes a comedy?
That's true.
Yes.
If you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at?
You, I guess.
Yeah,
that's what everybody tells me. Sorry.
If you can't laugh with me, you can't laugh at me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, yes. So I'm really excited about this.
Nice. So this is play number 2 that you've written and directed?
Yes. I've directed. I think this will be my 4th play, and actually, Sharon was in. You were in Harvey, right? And you were in the other one. So yeah.
Yeah, The Adventure in a Small Town.
Yeah. Well, no, and the other one of Milford.
Oh yeah.
But the exciting thing is, I don't know if Sharon realizes or anybody else realizes this. Is that I'm directing it? No, just kidding.
That
You
is
are?
exciting.
No, the exciting thing is so I've been a Packer board member since 2007, 2008. I'm one of the OGs, one of the originals, and I've done numerous plays. This will be the first play that I've directed and written, or even directed, that will be done in the Chihuahua Center for the Arts.
Yeah, that's exciting. Yeah, because before we practiced in the old community celebrations building, and it was a really small room, and yeah.
And we did everything at the center.
Yeah, we did.
Well, my shows, the ones I've directed, are
at the Civic Center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's cool. So what? Who are you looking for this? What kind of people are you looking for? I know you listed some of the characters.
Well, Tom Cruise is not showing up, so.
He wants live bodies.
So
I don't think the theater could afford the stilts to make him tall enough.
I mean, we're a community theater, so I mean, everybody is welcome to come in and audition, and even if they don't want to audition for a part, they can. I mean, there's other things we can do. Debbie McConnell's going to be. She's my assistant director.
Okay.
I am looking for a stage manager / prop person. I'm not too hard to work with. You just have to say yes sir, no sir, and do what I ask. And you're okay. So, so the couple, I mean, they're maybe they're 60ish. The father is he's a Vietnam. The one with the gentleman with dementia is a Vietnam veteran, and then the brother and sister, they're probably mid-20s, and you can play. There are people who can play up or play down. The neighbors are maybe in their 40s and 30s. So, and then I did forget the most important character who has 5 or 6 lines: the pizza delivery guy.
Oh,
who could be a teenager. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how many characters in general?
Oh my gosh, I didn't count.
How big of the cast is it going to be, roughly?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
About 8 characters. Nice.
Yeah. So
8 plus extras, or is that?
Well,
is that
no. Just and then like I said, there's Catherine Patton is going to do lights, and Jay Andrews is going to do sound.
Okay.
So as far as the outside, the staff crew, I need a stage manager and a props person. It's not props heavy.
Mm-hmm.
But, someone's going to need to wake me up from my naps and say, hey, you need to get your work done.
Yeah, true.
I need somebody like that.
That's fair.
Oh, yeah.
Can maybe just give Catherine a squirt gun?
Oh, yeah.
And she could take on that job.
I'll be just walking around and she'll...
Well, and if there's anything you want to do in the theater that Joe hasn't mentioned, show up anyway.
Mm-hmm.
We'll help you find places where you can help if you're interested in costuming, if you're interested in cleaning the bathrooms, or if you're interested in sweeping the floor. We've got places for you.
Yeah, and it's always a good thing to come out. Even if, like Joe said, even if you don't get a role, there's lots of other things to do, or and don't assume there's going to be enough people showing up, because there's not always.
Right,
so,
that's true.
Well, and
that's true.
you talk to people. It's like, oh, I'd like to do theater. Oh, I wish, and it's like, okay, here's the auditions. Show up, and they're like, wait, I was kind of kidding when I said that. I mean, but there are there are a lot, and people don't believe it, but I was like really quiet in school, and I was just that guy that was in the corner, and because I was in trouble all the time. But and it's just I think it's great. Theater's great. It's great. It's great fun, and a great group of people. And I know you're sitting out there. You're just sitting out there. You're driving to work, or you're listening on the radio, going, oh, I wish I could do theater. Do it. Just come. You better be there. If you don't have a note from your doctor,
exactly.
You better be there Monday or Tuesday.
Tell us again when we need to be there.
You need to be there the 4th and 5th of March, which is this upcoming Monday and Tuesday.
Next week.
I mean, I know this is still February, but
yeah,
at 6 p.m. at the Chihuahua Center for the Arts. And if you're really excited about it, you show up. I can show you our brand new connexes we have to store stuff in.
Woohoo! That is exciting.
And don't be surprised if you come and there's other things going on.
Yeah.
Because our sit and knit happens then. We have a board meeting going on, and on Tuesday we have kids rehearsing until close to that time. It's just a busy place, and it's a fun place to be.
Yeah.
The center.
Yeah, we didn't mention when we're going through the calendar the sit and knit sessions at the.
Oh,
I always forget those because they're not on the chamber calendar.
Yeah, but they're on mine. The one on on my printer.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And Joe, are you attending the sit and knit sessions?
No. The knitting, no.
But you could learn. They have a teacher that teaches.
You get so old, you don't learn anything. I mean, my wife's been trying to teach me stuff for 45 years, and she's still not doing a very good job of it. So, yeah.
Now, is it her not doing a good job, or you not doing a good job of
learning? Hey, let's change the subject. You might be listening.
I know you can teach an old dog new tricks. I've done it recently.
Okay.
To an actual dog, not Joe. I couldn't get Joe to learn.
Yeah.
But so I want to talk a little bit, Joe, about this shirt you're wearing. You're wearing a. Tell us what your shirt says, Joe.
I can't see it. I know what it says. I put it on. Here, go ahead, read it. Sharon.
It says "By the Brooks."
Okay.
Motion Pictures.
All right.
Yeah, that's by the Brooks Productions.
And Chuck, why am I wearing this shirt, or why do I have this shirt?
Because our very own K.S. Brooks here locally, once again, somebody that everybody knows and loves, she has a film that she put out recently that's going to be shown soon at a film festival in Spokane. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
On the 15th of March at the Garland Theater.
That's right.
7 p.m. I guess the Garland sold, and it's been they've been redoing it. I have not seen it, but I know there's a big community push, and I think their grand opening is tomorrow night. But Spokane's got a great film program, Spokane Film Project, and some people actually that have been here to Chihuahua and have talked to people about film are involved in the film. Jennifer Gatz and Bill Bancroft, he wasn't in it, but they have a piece called Louise. It's about a half an hour, I think. And they have numerous other short films. And one of them, I think there's like two guys that star in this one film called Irony that we might know. What do you think, son?
Well, Paul, I guess we're not gonna repeat that over the air here on the show. But no, that was a lot of fun. You and I were in that film together.
Yes.
And she's been putting that out all over the place. And I don't believe this is. Is there another film festival that it actually got accepted to? I think.
It wasn't the Panhandle one.
Yes, the Idaho Panhandle Film Festival. Who needs
Tom Cruise? We've got us.
We've got us. We don't need. We could act circles around that guy.
So Chuck.
So it's an action film, is it?
No.
If you don't need Tom Cruise. I guess you don't need action. Yeah.
If it was an action film, then we would need Tom Cruise. You see, that's where it happens.
So Chuck.
But you should talk to her about making an action film next. Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be fun.
Yeah.
That would be fun. What were we saying, LaVonne?
Adjust your camera. When on your Facebook, it has the words, and it's right over your face. Your face needs to be just up a little higher.
There's words over my face?
Yeah, because on Facebook, it says everything that we're saying, so I just need your
okay. How's that? Is that better?
A little better. Not there. That's much better there.
Okay.
Now you're above the words. I just want everybody that's out there watching on Facebook to be able to see you.
You got to get me in the good light.
Yes.
Or do they need to be able to read the words? Which one is it?
I think it's more important to read the words. So there's that film festival coming up, and recently we can't give away too much of it, but she's working on another film for By the Brooks Productions. It's going to be a full length feature, and she just had auditions, and I can't remember the name of the town we were in. Republic. Just a couple weekends ago. You weren't there, Joe, were you?
No, I've been up there a couple times for the reconnaissance.
Yeah, I can't say much about it, and I'm not going to because. For the fear of the wrath of Kat, But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
There will be stuff put on camera.
Yes.
How about
yes.
that?
There's going to be people, and there's going to be filming, and there's going to be cameras, and there might even be a microphone or two.
Yes.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Huge turnout for the auditions. It was really kind of a neat event. We had full like a sign-in table and a good flow of events for the day. And man, she's really doing some great stuff. So we're getting some legitimate film work going on here.
So it was like you knew what you were doing?
It was
it
was like somebody else knew what they were doing, and I was along for the ride.
Chuck, we are part of an award-winning film team.
We are part of an award-winning film team.
We don't know how that happened.
The
But
50-hour slam. Somehow, our film last year got the
viral vote.
The viral vote.
Yes.
Yeah, we went viral with our video. I wouldn't say we went viral, but we did win the viral portion.
Yes.
Mostly because KS got everyone she knew to vote for us. She was sharing
That's how
that
you
thing
do
left
it.
and right.
Yep.
Well, and then in May, there's the other film festival,
Mm-hmm.
the Pacific Northwest Filmmakers Showcase.
That's
and
right.
I'm working on films right now to gather up for that. That's in that will be at the drive-in, the Colville Drive-In.
Mhm.
It's I don't have the date because I wasn't thinking about it, but it's like the 25th of May. It's that Thursday.
Okay.
It's a free event. Craig McLean will be there. He opens up. More information will be out, but it's like 7:30, live music, and once it starts getting dark, as usual, we'll start running some short films. I'm looking for about 2-hour time period, and it's filmmakers from the area.
Mhm.
So that's really great. You were last year, right?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, you got to see yourself on the big screen.
I did. I got to tell you what, being in a drive-in theater and seeing yourself on screen at a drive-in theater is something else. It is definitely a bucket list experience. It's for some reason I feel like the drive-in is more special than a regular sit-down
Right.
theater. You're in a room with a screen at the drive-in. It's like magic. You get people in their cars, and it's more like an event than sitting down and watching film. I love the drive-in. It seems like more and more are going away. I was really worried, and it looks like. Can you tell us a little bit about the drive-in this year? Do you know if they're going to be open again, or?
Yeah, from what I understand, it hasn't sold, and I'm still going with it. I talked to the owner, Steve, and we're still planning for May of 2024. Last year we had about 44 cars, and each car sometimes had one, some had 4 or 5 people.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, wasn't it friends of yours came from Idaho or from the other side, or there was somebody that came from? They had traveled to see some of the films.
Well, we had a friend of ours that lives in Deer Lake, and she had friends. She had a few different friends from all over the country showing up, and she brought them all to the festival.
So,
it was a lot of fun, yeah.
And it's free. It's a free event.
Yeah.
So that's the cool thing about it. You don't get many of those.
You see, Joe, if you charge money, then you can have money for the next year to put it on.
Actually, it's not really. It's kind of inexpensive to rent a drive-in. I mean, it's not. I can manage it. It's I love film. I love getting film up here, so it's something I can take on. It's no big deal. However, if you feel like helping me with my retirement, please go to my website.
It's Joe Retirement at something.com. I can't think of anything good.
I think I forgot to bring that also.
You didn't bring your GoFundMe link?
Yeah, no.
Okay, we'll post it in the comment section later.
And you did tell me to leave my fans only link at home, so I did that.
Wow. Yeah, we're not going to discuss that here. Do people pay you to put it back on, Joe?
Something like that.
Yeah, so that's great, and I just want to talk about I know they're not a sponsor, but the drive-in theater. I think it's important for a community. It's such a great place to have nearby, and I think as an art form, the drive-in theaters have been dying for decades.
Yeah,
and
we're a unique area to have a drive-in.
So at one time there were 4,000 drive-ins across America. Now in just Washington State, there's one over here, and the last I checked, there's 4 on the other side, kind of like 2 and 2. 2 and kind of north, 2 kind of south. But,
wow!
And I don't even know the status of those.
I just really hope if they sell because they're selling the 2 theaters as a package.
Right.
Right. I really hope that somebody buys those and continues that. Maybe fixes up the bathrooms there. That would be nice. But
so you're putting in a plug for anybody out there who has unlimited retirement to buy those and keep it going.
Yeah. If you're out there and you have a little bit of money and you have a love of film, there are 2 movie theaters in Colville for sale right now. The main, I can't remember the name of the main theater.
Is it still the Alpine?
The Alpine, yeah.
The Alpine is the walk-in theater, and the Auto View is the drive-in. You know, and kind of talking about you got to see yourself on the big screen. There's been a couple of the filmmakers that Bo Charles that he's never been to a drive-in, and the first time he was at the drive-in was to see his own film, and he brought his son, and that was his first time his son had been to the drive-in. So that's
amazing.
I mean, it's just little things that they're going away, but they were just, if you think about it, it's like, what?
Well, and the ability to be in your car or to get out and walk around and socialize before the movie, and it's such a unique experience. I love it.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, let's just move the radio show up to the drive-in theater, okay? we're gonna put you outside there, Chuck, and then you can just do it from there, okay?
Well, we can do some live broadcasting from the film festival. I would love to do that.
Okay.
And the film festival is are you a nonprofit? The film festival?
Yeah, it's kind of umbrellaed under the Chihuahua PACA.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, but we're.
Well,
it started off as the Chautauqua Film Festival. Actually, it was the first official event held in the Chihuahua Center for the Arts, and then. Kind of, Chautauqua went away. Then it was the Chihuahua Film Festival. Then COVID came, and they got a special. They got a special thing to open up the drive-ins during COVID.
Yeah.
So actually, the film festival there was probably one of the only events of its kind shown during COVID.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah.
And I was gonna say too back to my love and waxing poetic about drive-ins. It was during the pandemic. It was a place where you could still go see movies because you're outdoors and it was safe.
Yeah.
And you go there on the weekends and it was packed.
Well, and I remember as a little kid going to the drive-in, and we had this car. It was an old Nash, but it wasn't old at the time. But they don't. I don't know if they make Nashes, but the back seat folded down.
Yeah.
And so us 4 kids would be in our pajamas, and
nice.
We'd be watching the movie, and after a while, we'd be sound asleep with blankets over us, and then when we'd get home, our dad would just carry us in to our beds. But,
nice.
I remember that. I don't remember any of the films. I just remember how fun it was to go and be in that folded down place into the trunk, because it folded into the trunk, the back seat did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's what we like to do too. We back up, and my wife and I bring comfy chairs and blankets, and we'll pop open the hatchback of the car and lay it all out with blankets, and the kids lay in the back, and they can take a nap, or they can watch, or they can sit upright. And
oh yeah, people bring lounge chairs. My daughter, when she was in school, they had I can't remember the name of it. They had a piece of sofa they found. Probably somebody sit on the side of the road.
A piece of sofa?
Well, it was a sofa.
It
was a sofa. And I can't. They had a name for it, but they would go to the drive-in and they would put it in the back of someone's truck and bring it up there and sit on the couch while they watched the movies.
I've seen people bring the inflatable couches.
Oh,
I didn't know there was such a thing.
Yeah. I want to get one this year for the drive-in now if it's going to be open, and inflate the inflatable sofa. I think that would be great. I would put a blanket on it just so it doesn't underneath it so it doesn't pop. But or maybe a tarp or something. But yeah,
I mean, drive-ins were like that was the cheap entertainment that and that was a commonality.
Because it was either price per person or price per carload, so you'd stuff your car.
Oh yeah,
and there was two things and two movies, and it just that was just. And a lot of them had playgrounds. I remember when I was growing up, the one in Simi Valley, so you got there early, you went and ran around the playground, then we climbed on top of the roof of the station wagon and watched the movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course, back then they had the little speaker. You had to, you had to drag out, put it in the window, and turn it up. Now it's your car, it's your car stereo that you listen through.
Sounds a lot better now, I think.
Yes.
And that during our honeymoon, my wife and I got married. We were in Tennessee, just outside of Knoxville, and we had no money. We were in our 20s, and we had already spent. By the time we got that far, my wife had to take a work trip before in D.C., and then we drove to Tennessee to the Smoky Mountains. And this one night, we had no money, and there were no hotels available anywhere, even if we could afford them. And we were looking at, well, what do we do? What do we do? We're thinking they're very strict about the rest areas. You can't sleep in your car overnight in the rest area. And we found this. There was an all-night quadruple feature at the movie theater. So at the drive-in. So we went ahead and we parked our car at the drive-in and watched a couple of movies and got our popcorn and they had dollar burger night, and we ate and we slept all night in the car, and then they came in the morning and knocked on the window when it was light out and said, "Hey, you guys got to go." So that was our hotel room for the night. Was that drive-in theater?
What a memory!
In our honeymoon, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think drive-ins will and that was my first ever drive-in experience. Was in our honeymoon, so that will forever be etched in my brain as a core memory. So very, very cool stuff. So Joe, since we got you here, we're gonna hold you hostage, and we're gonna do a little trivia. Are you down?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
I don't need to look at my screen, do I?
No, please don't look at the screen.
Because there's nothing on it.
There's no screen. Oh yeah, I forgot to warn you. There's a voice in your headphones.
Is there?
That's LaVonne.
I see her. Hi.
You're
Hi,
because you can
Joe.
see my screen.
Yes, I can see your screen.
There you go. Stop looking over my shoulder, Joe. Do you have your glasses on? Can you see the answer to my trivia questions?
No, I can't. I can see the big date book, February 28th.
All right. Well, no cheating, Joe. No cheating.
I'll try not to.
Not that you can anyway. So there's only a couple questions here, and I've got some pulled up on my phone. We're gonna do these, and we're gonna do some bar trivia. So according to the recent survey, this is the number one thing your neighbor has that you want. Number one thing on the survey. This is what your neighbor has that you want.
Your lawnmower.
Ooh, no, but that's close.
Okay.
That's close.
A snowblower? I mean, lawnmower, snowblower.
The lawnmower was close.
Oh, the
closer.
snowblower. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Some kind of car?
No, it's not an item per se. It's a
teenager to do the work.
Ooh, that's a good. But I don't know. Does anybody
A
sit around?
beautiful lawn?
Yes, it's your neighbor's lawn.
Oh.
Your neighbor's lawn. I don't know.
The grass is always greener.
Right? The grass is always greener in your
Literally.
neighbor's house. I don't know if there's a lot of people sitting around thinking, gosh, I wish I had a teenager here.
Eat all my food and just kind of be, have
Right?
an attitude.
Leaving the fridge door open for 20 minutes. And I think most parents of teenagers think the opposite. Man, checking their watch, they're going to be 18 in 3 years. Yeah. Off to college with you, child. Okay, so this next one's a riddle. So here we go. You guys got your brains on? This is more like a math, like a word problem here. Okay, so if one guy leaves Nashville for Dallas at noon in a pickup truck, so he's leaving Nashville for Dallas at noon in a pickup truck traveling 70 miles an hour, and the same time another guy leaves Dallas headed for Nashville in a Corvette at 80 miles an hour, who's going to be closer to Nashville when they meet?
The first
What they're
guy.
meeting? What do you mean? They're both going to be closer to Nashville.
Oh, yeah, you were right. It was one of those crazy things.
Okay.
Very smart.
A trick
think I get it.
question.
Yes.
That is correct. I read it, and I'm looking at it, and I still don't get it, but okay, I'm going to go with LaVonne because I know she has the right answer.
Yeah.
Because it tells me. Okay, I don't know, anybody here play darts?
My wife does, actually. She's
Oh.
got pretty good at it.
Oh, so maybe you might know this one. What is the standard diameter of a dartboard? It's very specific. I don't know if anybody would know this.
33 inches.
Nope, you are wrong.
Okay.
It's
18?
Oh, LaVonne, you are so close.
20.
Nope, you were just a hair over.
14
Oh.
and a half.
17 and a half.
17 and a half. I don't know.
It's 17 and 3/4.
Oh.
I'll give 18 and 17 and a half the credit. So you guys get each.
Thank you.
Yeah, a
Thank
point
you.
each.
Are we keeping score?
No,
of course.
No, we're not.
And you
I
have
no
300
idea.
points.
You have 300. LaVonne or Sharon, you have 150, and Joe, you have -20.
All right.
There you go.
That adds to my -3,000 I already have.
There you go. Yeah, see, so you're getting up there.
I'm there.
Yeah,
Or getting
yeah.
down there.
Getting down there. It's better than your age, though. It's better
Yeah.
to go. It's better to go
That
the
keeps
other.
on going up.
It's better to go the other way somewhere.
Yeah.
So, other than water, what is the most consumed beverage? This is worldwide.
Diet Coke.
Coffee.
No, coffee.
Nope, it's not coffee. Worldwide.
Tea?
Tea.
Tea. Then. It would be
Tea.
tea if worldwide, yeah.
In America, it
Pip,
would
pip,
be.
cheerio.
Pip, pip,
British,
yes.
yeah.
Don't forget to keep your pinky up. Pinkies up, gentlemen.
Poke yourself in the eye with it. Yeah.
Okay, so, this one, and I know this one. I've actually been here to the actual store. What soft drink began in Morrison Drugstore in Waco, Texas, in 1885?
Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper is it? Yes, it is It is the oldest commercially manufactured soft drink.
And it's still going, right? Isn't it? I thought I read something about it was, or they were refurnishing it or something.
Oh, the
Redoing
store?
it. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it got. Pardon me. It was in. It wasn't actually in Waco. It was outside of Waco in Dublin, Texas. A very small town, and the original bottler is still there, and it was termed the Dublin Dr. Pepper, and you could only buy it in Texas, and they had a deal with Dr. Pepper to only sell. And it came in the glass bottles. It was absolutely delicious. It had the original recipe, and for years they had a deal with Dr. Pepper because they were a completely separate company to continue to use the Dr. Pepper name, but label it as Dublin Dr. Pepper. And once they started selling online, they didn't think about it, and they got sued by Dr. Pepper.
Ooh.
And Dublin Dr. Pepper lost, and they were no longer allowed to use the Dr. Pepper name.
And the reason I knew this, who says TV is stupid? American Pickers.
Yeah.
They went down there, and I think that's pretty sure that's show. They visited that spot. That's how I.
Yeah. There's it's an old drugstore on the corner, and in the back you can see it through a window. They have like this. It's a really old bottling machine.
Yeah, it's the original, almost.
Yeah, and it's a fun place to go and visit. And they do tours and everything. We've been there, but it's they still make soda, but it's no longer called Dublin Dr. Pepper, I believe. I could be wrong. Maybe they got it back, but that was about 8 or 9 years ago. They lost it, and they weren't able to use it. So hopefully they get it back. But
was Dr. Pepper one of those that was started for medicinal purposes and it was supposed to cure all kinds of things?
I'm
a
sure
lot
it
of those
was.
sodas were started that way. You know.
I don't think it had the same active ingredient as the original Coca-Cola, though.
No.
But yeah, I think because it was a bunch of spices and herbs and stuff mixed together. What is it? It's
and different
17?
fruits, isn't it? Doesn't it have different
I don't
juices?
Drink Dr. Pepper.
I don't know. I don't drink it either.
I'm not a.
I don't drink any soda anymore, but if I did,
Has
it would be Dr.
anybody
Pepper.
had sarsaparilla?
Oh yeah,
Have you tasted that? What does it taste like?
it tastes like root beer.
That's what I thought. It was the original root beer, right?
Yeah, it's I always thought it's just root beer, isn't it? Isn't that just a different name for root
I'm
beer?
not
I don't
sure.
know.
Okay,
I don't know.
it tastes exactly the same. Okay, but this one's obvious. Who were the Fab Four?
And the Beatles.
Yep, the Beatles. That's a silly
John, Paul,
question.
George, and Ringo.
There you go.
And Stu, if you want to get into it, and George Martin. I mean, if you
Stu, right.
really how much you know.
Pete Best.
Yeah, Pete Best. You could list. People like to add the fifth to sixth Beatle.
Yeah. There's all the conspiracy theories too. Was it who was it? Was it Paul McCartney?
Yeah, died.
Yeah,
66.
yeah, people
we
say
buried Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the current Paul McCartney is an actor who's been filling in for 75
He's doing a good
years.
job.
I haven't heard that one.
I haven't heard
He's
that
doing a good
either.
job. I went and saw him in concert a couple years ago, and he sounded awesome. So
I mean, at this point, he's been in the Beatles longer than the original Paul McCartney would have been. So
Yeah.
I would just even if you do buy into that theory, just accept that he is the new Paul McCartney and move on.
Yep.
Because he's no longer the new anything. Yeah. All right. So this which famous singer's documentary was released in 2020 and is titled Miss Americana?
Taylor Swift.
That is correct. Taylor Swift.
who is she? What's her name?
You get another 400 points, and Joe just lost another 800. Sorry, Joe.
Oh, she plays for the Chiefs, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
she's there.
I remember hearing about her.
Right.
Now.
Yeah, she's our new starting quarterback.
Okay. Okay. Duh.
I believe she arranged it with the federal government for the Chiefs to win, right?
Yes.
Isn't that-
Yes.
I think
Her and
so,
Paul
yeah.
McCartney, because there's a picture of
I
them.
actually heard a news story this morning on our very station questioning, has Taylor Swift endorsed President Biden? You know, like it's a big deal. If she endorses him, he's going to win or something.
My question
He's
is
got a lot of power now.
My question is who cares?
That's exactly right.
Well, all the Swifties care, apparently.
That's true. Yeah. Could you imagine as a just? I mean, she's a musician. I think people. I mean, she does. I guess have influence. But
well, yeah, all those kids who now can vote.
Right, they're not voting age.
Right.
Wow, all the Swifties out there. Okay, so moving on. Which young artist recently claimed 5 Grammys at the 2020 Grammy Awards? 5.
Billie Eilish.
You are correct. Wow, LaVonne.
I'm on a roll here.
You know your current music, LaVonne.
No,
Wow.
I don't.
I guess if you just think of like the biggest names of music right now and name one, there's a good chance you're gonna be right.
I'm just a Hollywood gossip expert, actually.
Okay, so back to the tea issue or the tea question. So if you're in China and you order a white tea, what have you just ordered?
I don't know.
Rice tea? Is it a rice tea?
No.
No.
This is China, the land of tea. If you order white tea, what is it? I don't know if any of you guys are going to get this.
Hot water.
Joe, you are correct. It is boiled water. Boiled water is what they call
Very
white
smart.
tea.
Oh my.
Wow.
People pay for that hot water,
right?
So I take
Wow.
a shower in white tea.
Yeah, we all do.
Wow. Okay.
That sounds exotic.
Yes.
I bathe every morning in white tea. And
Yes. Oh, that's-
hibiscus flowers.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, my mother, when she was on a diet, I remember she was on a diet. She used to drink hot water with a little bit of milk in it. Maybe it's like that. I don't know.
Maybe. Hot
She
water
didn't
with
lose
milk?
any weight. She gave up.
That just sounds gross.
I
Watered
thought
down
so.
hot milk.
It would
Yeah.
be better if you put a lemon in it, you know.
What if
might be good.
Yeah.
What if you put some coffee grounds in that boiling water first, and then strained them out, and then added a little
Yes.
milk, maybe some sugar? then I'm in. All right, so this one is we're going in the way back, I guess kind of the way back machine, a decade and a half back maybe. Gosh, that's even longer than this is a full 2 decades ago, I would say. And I don't know, did you guys ever have MySpace accounts?
Yes.
You did?
Tom.
Nope.
Tom.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, yeah.
He answered it before I even asked the question.
Oh.
Who was your first Facebook friend or
Yeah.
MySpace friend? And it is Tom. Do you know Tom? Can you tell us a
No.
little about Tom? Because I have no
we
idea.
were friends on yeah.
I have-
and you know what's weird? I tried to friend him on Facebook, and he just like go away.
Oh, really?
Like, dude, we were friends on your
Tom
space.
who? What are you talking
Tom,
about?
we were friends. I have no idea, LaVonne.
He was the Mark Zuckerberg of MySpace. Tom was the inventor or whatever.
okay.
It was before.
Wonder
Facebook.
where he is now.
And he was everyone's friend.
Yeah. So.
And then he abandoned you when you moved to Facebook.
Yeah.
Or you abandoned him by not sticking
Yeah.
tough to MySpace.
Yeah.
If it weren't for people like you, MySpace would still be a valid platform, Joe.
I know.
It's your fault. Joe lose another 900 points.
I was just following T Swift.
All right, let's do a couple more here, and then we'll move on. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I wouldn't know this one either. Okay. Pulque, Pulque, is a beer made from what? I'll give you a hint. It is a plant.
Oh, that's helpful.
Pulque? I don't know. Pool cue?
It's a beer made from a plant.
I'm going to call it pool cue.
Okay.
Yes. Which plant is it made from?
It's probably something starting with the letter P.
Poison ivy.
It does not start with the letter P.
Oh, okay.
Is it a grain?
It is not a grain. It is a
Really?
it is a very large plant.
A large
A pumpkin?
plant?
Not a pumpkin. Much larger than a pumpkin.
A tamarind.
Really?
Not a tamarind. Tamarind. It's a tamarind.
Much larger than a pumpkin?
Yeah, a tamarind's a tree. Yeah. Way big. You probably a couple of hundred pumpkins could fit in one of these big ones.
And it's a plant.
It's a plant. You got to be careful. You got to be careful not to touch it.
It's a poison plant?
Nope, it's not poison.
It's a man-eating plant?
I not really, but it could be.
Thicket bush?
Nope, not a thicket bush. You're getting a little closer. It does have spikes.
Rose
Cactus.
bush.
A cactus, yes.
Oh, cactus. Okay.
Polk or pule.
I win again.
Pule.
I'm going to win this whole game.
There you go.
You
Okay.
are.
And what did she get? A dinner date with
What did I
Chuck.
get?
Yay!
Ooh, well, he's a pretty good cook, so
All right, so
I'll take it.
We're gonna finish this off with another music question. Who wore a dress made out of meat at the 2010 MTV Video Music Awards?
Not Britney
Lady
Spears.
Gaga.
Lady Gaga. There you
Okay,
go,
yeah,
LaVonne.
it was one of those.
Yeah.
LaVonne wins with 800,000 points. Sharon, you get a respectable 500, and Joe, man, I'm sorry, man. You may have answered the most questions right, but
I'm still in the hole.
yeah, you still get negative
okay.
3,000.
Okay. Hey.
That's the number I just. Actually, I think LaVonne actually won that one.
We should have a chart on the wall
Right?
on who's winning.
I'll get the whiteboard in here. Yeah. Or we'll make a Google form or something like a spreadsheet. We'll put it in there. All right. So
I love winning.
So we're going to go ahead and move along here. We have some local birthdays today. This is on the Chula Valley Lions Club calendar. We have Caleb Smith, Sam Washington, and Ellie Strickland with birthdays today. Yeah, and at least this one is an analog paper calendar, so I didn't click on the wrong day, and I have those all the right day.
And you're sure you looked at the right day?
I did. Today's Monday, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you bet.
Yeah.
3rd of January.
Yes. I wish. Gosh, that would give us so much more time to get this stuff done. We need
Oh,
to get
no.
done.
Then we would have that cold snap ahead of us.
Oh, that's true.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
And as much as I loved it, we'd have to do the Winterfest planning all over again.
Yes.
Okay, so moving on. Let's go to some celebrity birthdays.
You know what? I want to stop you before you do that. When you talk about Winterfest, we are now starting to plan Summerfest.
Yeah, the first Summerfest
Yes,
meeting is today.
and they're having their first meeting today at 12:30 at City Hall in the Chamber office. And if you really want to be part and want to help,
Yeah.
you could come to that meeting at 12:30 today.
Yeah, you know, if you're a person who has ideas about how Winterfest could have been better, or maybe another festival could be better, if you
Yep.
What I always like to say is the somebody oughtas. If somebody says somebody oughta, you're bingo, you just volunteered. You're
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
Do they
we
have a
want-
date for that yet?
I'm not sure. Maybe we'll find out today.
No, we don't. We had a date picked, but it turned out not to be a good date, and
Yep.
still in the works. And hopefully, you're going to combine it with the 3-on-3 basketball tournament again.
Yeah, I know
Okay.
it's the middle of July, one
Yeah.
way or the other. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably going to be when it's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be great.
Depends on how hot.
Yeah, well, you can jump in the creek.
Right, that's true. All right, so who wants to take us to celebrity birthdays? Joe, do you want to guess since you don't have a screen in front of you? Just name random celebrities and we'll tell you if it's their birthday or not.
Paul McCartney!
No,
No,
you are
this is
wrong.
June 18th, I think, if I remember right.
Incorrect. Well, maybe you might be right about June 18th.
Yeah.
All right, so LaVonne, go ahead and get us on celebrity birthdays.
Oh, okay. Mercedes Ruehl, who actually I know who that is. I used to see her in a lot of things, but she's kind of a character actress.
Mm-hmm.
She was in Married to the Mob and The Fisher King, and she is now 76.
There you go.
And so is Bernadette Peters, one
Oh,
of my
she's great.
favorites.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah. She got an Oscar for Pennies from Heaven. I didn't know that. She's a wonderful singer.
Does
Love
that
her. John Turturro, also love him. He was in the Batman and Severance. He's 67. Very funny man.
He is hilarious.
And a wonderful actor, yeah.
And very
Lemony
sneaky.
Snicket. What were you saying, Chuck?
Oh, I was just saying John Turturro. He's one of my favorite actors. He's hilarious.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
Did you make a Mr.
Okay,
Deeds?
so
What's that?
what?
Did you make a Mr. Deeds comment?
No, I should have though.
I thought you did. I think you said he's pretty sneaky.
I was gonna say he's pretty sneaky.
You did say it though.
He's very sneaky.
You did say it though.
I might have snuck it in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Okay, Lemony Snicket, aka Daniel Handler, is 54.
How was that possible? Those were like classics when I was a kid, and he's not much
Well,
older than me. How?
You're not a kid anymore.
But he's like he's in my peer group as far as age. And
Yeah.
did he write those when he was like 9? That's crazy. Anyway, go ahead.
Tasha Smith, never heard of her. She was in Empire, 53. Ali Larter, I think I've seen her in a few things. Heroes and Final Destination, she's 48. Melanie Chandra in Code Black is 40. Yeah, these younger ones. Sorry, folks. Jonathan Davis from Outer Banks is 24. So there we go.
There you go. So tell us
Yeah.
what, Sharon, bring us to some history today.
All right.
On this day.
Okay. In 1854, the Republican Party of the United States was organized in Ripon, Wisconsin. Ripon, Wisconsin. That was in the 1800s. In 1935, nylon was discovered by Wallace Carruthers. In my mind, I read ahead and I thought Carruthers said brothers, and so I said by the Wallace brothers.
I thought the same thing.
In 1940, basketball was televised for the first time. Fordham University played the University of Pittsburgh in Madison Square Garden.
Wow.
Yeah. In 1953, James D. Watson and Francis Crick announced to friends that they had determined the chemical structure of DNA. Formal announcement would come on April 25th. See, and I'm thinking
that long ago.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's just a recent thing since the 2020s, but
since Jurassic Park came out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was a thing that they discovered it theoretically and then weren't able to actually view it until later.
I don't know.
I wonder how that worked.
Yeah.
Huh.
In 1983, the final episode of MASH was broadcast in the United States, becoming the most watched television episode in history, with 106 to 125 million viewers in the United States. And I watched that, but I don't remember anybody counting me to be part of that.
But you didn't get to knock on the door. Excuse me, sir. What are you watching? Well, I'm watching MASH, of course.
Yeah.
I was in New York then, and I remember hearing that all the toilets flushed during the commercials. The whole city.
In 1996, Britain's Princess Diana agreed to a divorce from Prince Charles, ending a marriage that began in 1981. She said it was the saddest day of her life. Yeah.
Yeah, well, she had a sadder one.
Yeah, she sure did.
Yeah.
2007, 15-year-old Jennifer Mee of St. Petersburg, Florida, stopped hiccuping for the first time in more than a month. Jennifer's hiccups began January 23rd during her first period science class and did not stop until late on February 28th. No one could explain or cure the problem. At times, she hiccuped as many as 50 times a minute.
Oh, that poor thing.
I feel for her. Have you ever had the hiccups that wouldn't go away?
Not well. If you do, you take a spoonful of sugar and it stops them.
I've had them before where I remember one in particular. I couldn't. It was like all day, and it wouldn't go away. And I did all the tricks, all the things, and it hurt. It started to feel like I was getting hit with a sledgehammer in the chest every single time.
Breathed into a paper sack.
I did all the things.
All the things.
All the things, and nothing was working. It was miserable.
In 2013, in North Carolina, a neuroscientist at Duke University announced he has successfully connected the brains of 2 rats in such a way that they share information.
What?
Wow.
How do you know that they're sharing information? I don't know.
Wow. You can skip the next one because it's the same story.
It says the same thing.
Yeah.
Because it's sharing the information. Yeah.
Well, one's about one rat and the other one's about the other rat.
Exactly.
How'd that work out for you, Joe?
It worked great.
In 2019, YouTube announced it would stop all comments on videos featuring children because of pedophiles leaving inappropriate comments. How sad that is. That I'm not that they stopped the comments, but how sad that people would do inappropriate comments. That's just terrible.
Ugh.
Yeah. In 2023, according to Bloomberg, Elon Musk reclaimed his position of richest man in the world.
Yay.
We need to write to him and tell him that we need money in Chihuahua. He could give us some if he's the richest man.
Yeah. How did he do that? Because everything he touches bombs.
I know.
Like every business he touches is destroyed very quickly. How does he still continue to make money?
Well, maybe he's like Donald Trump, you know? Just sort of saying he's rich.
Maybe. But I think Bloomberg actually has to verify it.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, they call him up. Hey, Elon, how much money do you have? Okay.
Okay.
Hey, he's number one.
All right, so on to our national special events and national holidays. Today is Floral Design Day. It's Chocolate Souffle Day. Ooh, if anyone wants to bring us, if anyone would like to bring us a chocolate souffle,
the door's unlocked. Come on in.
Yeah, the
bring
door's
forks.
There you go. I might be in a meeting or a phone call, but if we're not here, you can just leave it by the door under the awning.
Okay.
Yeah. Put it in a bag or something. Put a towel over it. It is National Science Day. It is Tooth Fairy Day. I saw an interesting article. The average price of a tooth from the Tooth Fairy is now it's like $8.7.
Oh my! My kid's got a quarter.
Wow. Yeah, I know. When I was growing up, I got a quarter, and I was happy.
Yeah.
It's Public Sleeping Day. There you go.
Joe is sleeping in public again.
It's a Science Day, and this is every day around here. Inconvenience Yourself Day.
Okay.
That's a horrible day.
Yeah.
All right, LaVonne, tell us about the number for the day.
Oh, okay. The approximate. Okay. I should say the number first, shouldn't I? 375 is the approximate number of landings a passenger jet can handle before being replaced. Approximate. That makes me nervous. Most retreaded. What?
Probably
Most are retreaded about 7 times before being retired.
I'm guessing that's
retreaded.
I'm guessing that's tires. They probably left out the word tires. I'm guessing that's the number of passenger jet landings a passenger jet tire can handle.
Yeah. That's what I would think. That makes more sense.
Yeah, because it's kind of scary when you read some of the statistics about the airplanes that are out there flying around. A lot of those have been the same airplane since like the 1950s.
Yeah.
And they just redo the interior.
No, you're making me nervous. I'm going to get on a plane in 2 weeks.
Well, when you think about it, if you drive a car and it doesn't fall apart, if you only drove it 375 times before you had to replace it, that would be just terrible. And airplanes are built so much stronger and so much better that I'm sure it must mean tires. Because it's talking about landings and retreading. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and, a lot of those planes make 2 or 3 flights a day. So that's 6 months. Do you know how expensive flying would be if they had to replace those planes every 6 months? That would be insane. All right, so that about does it for our show. We're getting kind of close to the end here. No time really for another segment. But I'd like to thank Joe for coming on today. Is there anything else you want to remind us about?
Well,
your
yes.
play
Okay,
coming up?
so a couple things. Once again, auditions open to anybody. The 4th and 5th at 6 o'clock at the Chihuahua Center for the Arts.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to say congratulations and good luck to the boys Will Pennant Redskins basketball team. They're state champions last year, and they're working to do it again this year. So that's good. That happens. Actually, state starts today for a lot of people.
And where does that happen?
They're at the Spokane Arena.
Oh.
They'll be. I think their first game is tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, and that's a fun place. I went and watched Inchelium a couple years ago or last year play there. And
good luck to the Redskins there.
Very cool.
They're doing really great.
And I did want to I meant to grab the newspaper before we started today, and I can't remember the young man's name. a Chihuahua wrestler just won the state.
Hayden, was it Hayden?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think that was. I remember seeing
State champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Congratulations, bud. That's a big deal.
Yeah. Over the years, we've had several state champions in wrestling. Yeah, Kim Hogan is an excellent wrestling coach, and he's back wrestling coaching. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he was a coach when my son wrestled.
Well, and he won even when he was in school. He won.
Oh yeah. He was a state champion in
State
school.
championships.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I in school I went into state as the third seed, and I tickled my way into one win, and I was losing, and I was desperate, and I knew my opponent, and I started tickling him, and made him laugh, and I was able to turn him over and pin him.
Is that allowed?
It was. I didn't. It wasn't an illegal hold.
I
ended up not placing, but yeah, I did go in seated much higher than I did. But yeah. So anyway, thank you, Joe, for coming on today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So anyone. He's going to be directing the play. He wrote the play.
Right.
It's a Joe Wazinski original. So
yes.
So we
yes.
want to.
And that's the good thing about it. No one's ever done this characters before. If you came out and got the part, you would be the very first.
Yes.
And you told us where the auditions are, but for somebody who doesn't know where the center is, do you have any more information?
Yeah,
on
it's
that?
in my backyard, kind of. No.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much.
Oh my! So I hope you're not asking for the address because
I don't have it here. It's on 3rd Street
if you know where
East.
the museum is, and if you know where the old pool used to be, we're right there.
Or where the bowling alley is.
Yeah,
It is
near the bowling alley.
It's 405 North 3rd Street East.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you are welcome.
I kind of know where to. I don't Google it or anything.
Yeah.
I know it, but there is a phone number, and that's 509-936-9333. And we've got all sorts of stuff going on, not just this. We got all sorts of stuff going on.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, that wraps us up. Thank you so much for listening to KCHW 102.7. Thank you so much for our co-hosts and our lovely, wonderful guest, the young Joe Wazinski.
Thank you for having me.
So we'll be back tomorrow with myself and Scott Allen. And if you're interested tonight, you can stay tuned right here on KCHW. We're going to be bringing you 6 to 8 p.m. music for the mountain. Then 8 to 10 p.m., our very own Dirt Road Doug McQueen is going to be live in the studio with the Dirt Road Blues. Then from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m., we're going to be rounding things out with Planetary Radio, Sea Change Radio, Echo Shock, Total, and Earth Date. So once again, thank you for listening to the KCHW Morning Show. We'll be back tomorrow.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody. I guess it's